we Jimmy na adwene nya adwuma o. Odim nyansa o. We Jimmy o. He. Sometimes we can see Kevin didn't penny for na penyina we Jimmy mu so we Jimmy. He does not even understand the contribution of the youth to the development of the nation. Mutia kono omunim nyansa na mo. You see, onim me say o wonfie ba onim nyan ni adwene that team no ene ni fie ne ntale. And they be a catch Ghana for nkwara. Say enyem penifo ni nyina nim nyansa, and a typical foolish elder and penyini or Ghana politics no Katie Hammond. The reason why Nana Akufo Addo wants to keep Emma Katie Hammond this job is because Katie Hammond will lose their dansia sokwa seats. Inti time aso kotewoka Joseph Sikana uwia no se sia na yasa inti we de emu abie inti oso kokko wia because Katie Hammond will lose that seat. Onim be wiasika never ko. Into people are confused. How come Akufo Addo is making Katie Hammond the minister? No, it is about would Jimmy Ohomo man no. When I see no scatter me do koje kakradi na wo Ghana for Jimmy omo nya hwe. You see, this is the party you people are jumping around. It's a young man. He's happy to commit that crime for an 86-year-old man. He's happy. Obianko try jan to the hotel ni the Rock City no. Obianko jan to mu. Onwankasa nam obiambo ni tuo, obiambo ni yiri tuo da. Obiambo ni yiri ne ba tuo da. So he feels that he has done something. It could have been classic. It could have been classy. Mina. So he laughs about it. He makes it look like you Ghana for no. Yeah, MPP for. You see how it is. You see the pain in this. Into a man koteteya do you cyber be minister of the agric. So now people in Ghana, you see our pain, young people like us. Sam Kwasiadi we Abraham Champon yeah also on over US military no. Ask him, say, can he do that in the United States? He keeps boasting. I have been to the US military. So no Chinchen Simo. So now he boasts of it. But Brian the Champion said the United States Army that he said trained him. No, can he do that in the United States? On to me because Ghana ye Jimmy. Reshuffle. No real qualification considered. Amwakuba. Now, Mami explaining Bibinche Ghana for, and a few people have spoken on this. Nana Akufo Addo and yeah, reshuffling. Mema Obian fan to Obian team. So Bibejira when him say Akufo Addo reshuffle, like I saw your true for. Akufo Addo just filled vacancies. Yeah, can reshuffling now. President are selecting Kofoso Omumesina name or different ministries. Members of parliament, and I say wherever he brought them from, ministers. Now one day, what Nasiaka say, Asime Simunina Mashemu Juma. O Kwabrane, Friha, Kwabra Fusu, Beshaho. O Amwako, Koshaha. Na Amwakubi, I do say, Enfra Bontin Beshemu. O Kwabiata. O dear me who says sports, o ya dear pa, ba o Greek, Kosha Greek. Na the sports no on film, na Minfa Obihu from Meshe, a yes sport. That is what we call reshuffling. The Akufo Addo here any on one ministers almost so munye adwuma ni biem because obo pe president di. And I say na me nya ma adwene se be pamomo. Adwuma mo ye na enye enso na mepe. Enti se mo jabo adwuma to de ende wo kwhya ha enye reshuffling. It is filling a gap. Reshuffling is based on competence and work rate. Now you move people around. Akufo Addo did not move people around. Akufo Addo appointed and put people in a hole that was vacant. Intimama Obiantina radio soon can't say, and there no nsiaka seboni bedin de Kwame Kwache. Nana Adanko Akufo Addo nkofo tietie mu say onya reshuffling no ejobo and there enyabedu Akufo Addo aye reshuffling no boa nkwase akeka no ti radio no so kan no mentie no onim nyansa. Nana Akufo Addo was filling vacancies. Nenkofo amambo momodin omoni brade omo so president di omuja na ben no. E ho no afre nkofo so mo nsambo mo modern so mo mbehye ho. It is not the reshuffling. Now Amwakoba I say the reshuffle does not take into consideration the real qualification and specializations of the appointees. The former university lecturer explained. According to him, the president's style of reshuffling lacks consideration for real qualifications and specializations for the positions designated. Now, the Amwakoba Eka Brofwa Kesiye ni nyina no say. Nana Akufo Addo ade oye na nya reshuffling. Amwakoba MPP ni. O say, dia mu hu na nya reshuffling. Na de eya wo bukrampo ni say Nana Akufo Addo all fresh ankwasiafo we so mo behye bebi alanchremanti mu gya to ho efiri akoto mu gya to ho ene se bi okwasiafo maka ni gya to ho no o se de eya wo ni say odi agyimifo na behye bebi a omuni eho nimdie bia so mo nhye ho enti Amwakoba oye MPP ni say Nana Akufo Addo ya de te say de wabodam ya ka say ya reshuffling wanye se bi onkofo we so mpe president edinti omunyine gya adwuma no na obe take advantage na fa nipa sebio de omusua de omu qualification de omunim nyansa wo hono odi omkwakwa hye hono wakofa imfui ena odi akohye sa positions we a all sa be ma nyoma mu kura sa ye din into so am format ase now yes sorry ya yes Nana Akufo Addo ese KT Hammond, Enquire Trades Minister. Enya KT Hammond, Papa Biao. KT Hammond Jimmy ni we ya nim KT Hammond Jimmy drill ship KT Hammond. KT Hammond Jimmy for your only law certificate. KT Hammond kwasiampe ya no di Ghana youth at KT Hammond ya Jimmy for ni 3 win to me free. Jimmy ni KT Hammond Jimmy ni ya. Ofia dance ya so kwa obeko I say wurem 27 to 30 years otina parliament enye KT Hammond yo o se sa kwasiampanyi we nsamra aban we mu meden on be the trades minister sa me catch the Akufo Addo oye bola bed mo se me boa oye opo oye jimijimi oye agove first class na govern wa mo ni andafo a unhu oye jimijimi oye nsuo ba onim nyansa edibu man eni ntina what surrounding ho with ejimifo KT Hammond. Now, Busango said, a DNA Bema Akufo Addo, I say KT Hammond should come and be the substantive, you see, or a designate. KT Hammond should come and occupy that position as the trades minister. In fact, my team sent me KT Hammond. I told them I didn't want to do it today, but let me go into. I think Mr. S, you send me KT Hammond. You may read what I KT Hammond's resume. On Wikipedia, KT Hammond should go and be the trades minister. Abra baby yedu sisia in Ghana no. As we speak, you know, it is a sector like the trades ministry and then a bit to me as solve the economic problem. Do you know that? Yeah, as we speak today, Alan Tremanti totally failed as the trades minister. No, that sector is so important to our recovery as a nation economically. And so Nana Akufo Addo oya gove jimijimi nti onum wi a na oba ne name ubakona ne to boss eyi tono unim tono onum wi ni wi a oni afiri akoto ubakoro na obutumpa so se tono na yede ntoma be sheet white akata ne hono wada no onim nyansa edibu ma KT Hammond resume. Hammond was born on June 16, 1960. He hails from Asokwa, a town in Ashanti region of Ghana. He holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Law and Political Science from University of Ghana. Ononkwa oye law or UGMC. Oye law Legon. And also law or tech. Nipa ba so only law certificate. Now this is vetting no. You will hear what will come out. Now he goes on to say this. He acquired the degree in 1986. He is also a product of Grace in Holborn Law School in London, UK. From there, he acquired a Bachelor of Law in 1991. So, KT Hammond, you see, Uncle Heady, a trades ministry. Inti Amwakoba sama okano. Inform so and answer the mistake or the lies in it. No, where is it? He's factually right. This is the same fool called KT. time a KTM asamba na make say oye penyin ba o Jimmy no. That was when sa seman se boy bi na ne ho bawe se akrante nana bi no. Sa Gabriel Angel FM say a friend say Jimmy for anam ntio me kai omudin. Nana ya abrefo. A mete say na oti TV so se radio so. Kevin Taylor omba dansia so kwa. Ohwe oba pantan ase kora. Na odini Jimmy ete eye Nana ya abrefo se the friend saying when we nim baby obufufio Nana ya abrefo ye nim baby ohwe de na no asa ketia onti ase Kevin Taylor atia Katie Hammond inti odene ho se kankebia begina ho se an ye ne adanse asokwafo wo ne wan na ya adanse asokwafo Kevin ntumi mba ha wo bodam Jimmy we in semben na on kan Ghana ha inti hu oba sa na ne to te se poma ne to sa akonwa na akotena so no oba besia ba onam ho oni hip oba besia ba onam ho ono angasa oni nantuo oba besia ba oni ho oni shoulder oba besia oni ho on said any curve bia into your oba na se oye ebunebunu nkwan. And these are the foolish people, they entertain nonsense because oya santini ofia dansia sokwa ketia bo Jimmy no wunti matiano on tiasie oni TV import be so ponytail into a punk. And this is what pisses me off sometimes. I know be say Kevin deal the atem no. When Jimmy phone on the radio so na dia bedru ha ne. What qualifies Katie Hammond to be a minister? Because Katie Hammond is a thief. Drill ship Katie Hammond ko ton di ye. E kuro bi anke hange no. Kwasi ampanyi we ni nemu sa Jimmy no ho e parliament sa Akufo Addo busa mo say why would Akufo Addo pick Katie Hammond to head the trades ministry? Because of Jimmy need to say no. Because Katie Hammond has been defending the corruption, the criminality, and the foolishness of Achem Sakawa fools. This is Katie Hammond. Penyini at this age, debut to parliament and Jimmy no. Onya the slightest opportunity to act as if so the Nyansape, not Jimmy. This is Katie Hammond. Drill ship.
My Lord, now we come to this point about the 3.5 million.
Yes.
We have indicated that this money check ended with the Chris Polo, yes, then acting commissioner. My Lord, I think it was Sir Cardinal Worsley or Thomas More who said that there is a righteous God who governs the righteous on earth. Now I believe that as a Muslim. There's a God. Because my name has been dragged in the mud. Katie Hammond. My family, they don't even believe me. My mother is dying because of this. Well, you stolen government's money, 3.5. What do I give government 3.5 for?
My Lord, then you should have told your mother you are a politician.
My Lord, they can't take this. 2001. Nobody remembers this, except of course, Kanapa, Kufo, and Katie Hammond. The whole of Ghana. I went through express to get this check. Now, my Lord, the information is that there are people in this country who have the information about where the 3.5 went to. Now, you worship your God and you pray. God will not let you down. I went to Parliament the other day. When I got in there, I had a document in my pigeonhole. Hand it over to His Lordship. My Lord, this document has every document, every indication, who wrote a letter, who deposited the account where, who did what, the drawings on this account, the whatever. A young man came here from Bank of Ghana and said that he doesn't know, they don't know about anything. They know it in this country. My Lord, it's all here. 65 pages. It starts with a certain Mr. Emmanuel Bani writing to the Ghana Bank International and telling them to open an account in the name of the Treasury, whatever, High Commissioner, and that they have a $3.5 million to be put in there. The Ghana International Bank responds to this letter and tells them that we'll open this famous account which ends in 13 in the name of that. It became It became a deposit account. They deposited it. There have been some drawings. Some of them, my Lord, are referred to the aquatic engineering thing. The document that I show your Lordship, the GMPC owed them 1.2 million. My Lord, there is that drawing from there, appropriately so, because I think that was authorized.
How did you get this?
My Lord, in my document, in my pigeonhole in Parliament, somebody who thinks that I should be vindicated. My Lord, it's all in there. The information that nobody seems to know about in this country, my Lord, is in there.
The sale of the ship has become a matter of public interest after it was reported that
Wakoton ship in edio. And yebusa say ship na waton edi no. Or say Nyankopon Yesu me ma me kurewu. Sa ankofo we a o. Now you say we Iran a ankemfa dawa enso de ton sensan ni nku no. They play the same tactics. Use religion. Use Jesus Christ. Go and quote the Bible. Or you read. He talks like a horse who is basically coming. I suppose and hoba. Or ye crom for. Then they cook document and put it in this old pigeonhole, and you go and bring it. Say somebody wanted to save me. Can anybody walk to Parliament and open your locker and put something in there? These are the people Akufo Addo wants. Cause we before. Yeah, kana or banana nice arcade titi Angela from Jimmy no home. To me so ponytail. Oh yeah, can Ghana sema now. Oh, but Jimmy will say yeah dance ya so for say. So this is the foolishness Akufo Addo enjoys. He's calling back old criminal gangsters to come and help him destroy us more. KTM is a gangster. KTM psychologically he's not perfect. Everybody living in Adansia so quite him say KTM still at 28. You people all know. Psychologically, mentally he's not stable. The law certificate onko yimbra ebe sin the wabori waboso. And this is the kind of country we live in. At this juncture where we are, our monies have been depleted. This is the same foolish man who is today coming to be your trade minister.
I know say executive president say, "O man na penny or that no. Na obaye wan ka bibia anya political platforms kura mpo no obaye. Anna o kire say oh this ade aye be ye ni pani nyina wa ha wi ase obi aba oh awe mo esa amrantie no maburu na mo aye yi na no mo na de bia ye be ka kire mo nya abotre mo empanifo ni o man mu a de bia meka asamba na ye se ye koka pa ye ye a ye se ye kwa kohu abrewa ye nka se ye kohu mo no na muguo na muti aye ye se nkube na muguo no nyamo na ye se ye kohu mo ye se ye kwa kohu abrewa no eye panin ya wanyina nyini ya bibi wodi trip ya kwa ko hu no mo so mpedifo wa kuro bi nyina na mo de on dia policies nti now president maninya political importance bi ya anya political rally anya hwe na anya mo nya abotre mo hia na mo ye mo no ma na mo maye mu mpedifo na anya de say policy nti na so na de obi atem democracy na ba o so obi ye bie na o tem pedifo so ye anya possible say be jai man kwara no mo nko amai mo hunu ye number 1 mo ntiase mo gya mo gigeje mo abodwe na mo ne nam krom ase ni ade bibie ni mo trip na me start yes na me ye no tam na me ya branch na me tesa mo no ni ade na me dimilemu Kofu Abreso. Well, Jubilee, how we are the minimum of year. Jubilee, how we are day. Social media handlers now. Come you also made a. You see, I know minimum senior president the movement say it's on quite a man. It's not the issue. What we are talking about in the end, you who say president Wako. At the Krobia no we obey Nyamuke na maintain that. Me ma the crowd here. Yes, depending abio, Tinia Bibia, President Yamani and the anti one in Bibia, and the President Ako. And you walk over the Krobia or buy or baby, yet and we are near more near market come social media, Abrazo, the mother prefer social media, and me adomo. Say, we share me a ceremony, we are Korean now we are here. I work as a maybe baba, San you me a baby now, near predator Korean when you are near ye that say, baby baba, what to Ghana, how I saw a bit China. Korean the moon, and Chassia, wearing that a Sas my guy, intina, I share home comes say, baba, a baba brothers Mukuru could be, Modi, mobile, maybe we say. Yeah, you know, photo room crack.
Wait, Jimmy, Najin, Yajumo. Odim nyansa o Jimmy Sometimes we can see Kevin didn't penny for na penina with Jimmy moves with Jimmy. He does not even understand the contribution of the youth to the development of the nation. You see, onim me say o wonfie ba onim ni adwene that tim no ene ne fie ne ntale. And they be a catch Ghana for nkwara. Say enyem penifo ni nyina nim nyansa, and a typical foolish elder and now penini or Ghana politics no Katie Hammond. The reason why Nana Akufo Addo wants to keep Emma Katie Hammond this job is because Katie Hammond will lose their Dansia Sokwa seats. Inti time aso Kotewoka Joship Sikana uwia no se si ana yasa into we die emu abie into oso kokko wia because Katie Hammond will lose that seat. Onim be wia sika never ko. Into people are confused. How come Akufo Addo is making Katie Hammond the minister? No, it is about wow Jimmy Ohomo man no. When I see ano sika time ne du koje kakra di na wo Ghana fo Jimmy omo nya hwe. Omo chiwa ka se Onyankopon be hwe ye nyina eso. Nya minti ye bedidi. Inti they have read you people. Na ana me yasa imkremofo mo Ghana. Se Katie Hammond ka so kremuni ana hamo. Muslims in Ghana. When Katie Hammond speaks, no kasa me Muslim ana hamo. Imam of more Ghana. Se Katie Hammond bien anona okasa no kasa o Muslim ni hamo. I am on ferry. Ana mo de sebio penyina we Jimmy no mo besa mo so no Jimmy. You people cannot come out and speak to him. Enti sebio eya yem pepe for yem kremofo no. Katie Hammond ni kremo Jimmy kremo na all ye no montumi kan say oh ma kremo na ye unattractive. Montumi kan say in kremofo penyufo nkasa Jimmy mu say this is kremo ni penyini Katie Hammond.
The Togolese and the Votarians, when I'm talking about it's Voter region, I mean, there is the kind of, remember the history, Professor, if you guys know the history about this place, basically the same tribe. So they walk in, come, but they are not Ghanaians. I mean, when they walk in there, they can do whatever they do. So I guess that is the reason for that. See, there's a classic example. You remember 2008, the second round? We had so much, 100,000 or so votes leading Professor Mills at the time of second round. The next round, one constituency, what's the name? Which one? No. Country South also, it cleared all the it cleared all the whatever we had. Where did they come from? You see, so everybody from whatever they came to vote. So this is what the whole thing is about. We want. Well, that's what you say. There is, if you those people voted 35,000 or so at the time voted. The next one, everybody else on earth voted. Where were they coming from? So this is the whole issue. We want there to be sanity. The military is there to make sure that you vote if you are Ghanaian. You vote if you have the right, constitutional right in Ghana to vote. That's all there is. They are not electoral officers, but they are peace-keeping force. They are keeping the peace. But that's no. The whole strength of it, a flower is shot, but is a flower the only whatever. So the soldiers, the immigration, the police, they are just maintaining the peace, making sure that there's no infiltration. I mean, come on, let's be serious. What is the point in going through all that we've gone through to Supreme Court, all that, then allow a porous border for people to come through and then infiltrate, and then to to infiltrate the register again? We would have been back to where we started.
These are the elders. Kevin, don't speak against them. Every Voltarian is a Togolese. Kwasiawi. We no say yen to me buma no only Jimmy no betum die buma no. You see where we are. So the words we use, we specifically pick them for some group of people because we Jimmy. I'll say as a member of parliament, you know, oh one ni bia so Togoni. There's the Voltarians, they are all Togo. So we Jimmy. This guy cannot make laws for us. The level of foolishness he exhibits every time. These people are too foolish to lead us, to make him a minister. To make this idiot a minister. Where are we heading? Where are we going? Jimmy 28 not that nema amena down dware no way. Adanse asokwa fo nyina nim. he's not there. But Akufo Addo always makes sure say, well, nenkwasi asem no support pano obema obibiedi. So this appointment is not an appointment to save our economy. It's an appointment to get his gangsters who fought for him for the past 6 years to get something, because KT Hammond will lose that Adansia Sokwa seat. Wallahi talai. His last term in parliament is this. Now, who else again has Akufo Addo appointed? Brian Achampong. Brian Achampong is going to be your agric minister. Right now, he's designate. Who does not know Brian Achampong? Technically, Brian Achampong, he murdered people at Ayawaso Wagon as the leader of that security force. Owie na odi sa boni ni wie no. And Akufo Addo friend say, "Why ya there? Ayawaso West Wagon wo na osman kofon ko bubu oku nipa." Inti sia ne kwotena fie kakra na ghanaeducation nti omu rebe fi omu de be so nyankopon. Omu kwa fasting. Omu de omu kwa sia be kwa gugu alpha hour so. Na omu de brother ko go nyankopon so abra nipa de take action no. This is the handiwork of Brian Achampong.
It was a normal morning. Electorates began queuing very early, some as early as 6 a.m. to cast their ballots peacefully and dash to work. Early reports suggested the process began smoothly, but eyebrows were raised about the presence of heavily armed security personnel, as many as 6 per polling station across the constituency. Political party agents were vigilant and ordinary people watched from afar, but it was an unusual election day. Heavily armed masked men in bulletproof vests, dressed in black polo shirts and khaki trousers, marked NSC as agents of the National Security Council, seen in police pickups, crisscrossed the main streets towards Bawumia, a known NDC stronghold. The arrival of the operatives in Rambo style surprises all. About 25 hooded men in 5 pickups or so jump off. In a well-orchestrated plan, they run across the compound where voters had queued waiting for their turn, creating fear and panic. Journalists begin taking pictures, and that provokes the indiscriminate mayhem visited on them. A senior immigration officer at the scene is captured placing an SOS call as he takes cover. In this video, the suspected NPP Invisible Force members are captured beating a man mercilessly, kicked in the face, whilst others pounce on any civilian in sight, punching them and beating others with the butt of their guns. The chaos forces people to flee as policemen try desperately in vain to restrain the NSC agents. After about 6 minutes, they proceed to their next target, the residence of the NDC parliamentary candidate, Delali Kwesi Brempong, few yards away behind the Bawumia Presby Basic 1 JHS polling station. His house is besieged by the armed men, threatening to shoot as they are confronted by the NDC candidate supporters. They point guns as they demand access to search the house, open fire with live bullets, leaving at least 18 injured. 2 near-fatal cases were recorded. Bullet shells and bloodstains outside the residence attract onlookers, while irate persons seeking to fight back are seen being calmed by the police.
Don't take the laws into your own hands. The police, we are managing the situation.
Senior officers, including Director in Charge of Operations Greater Accra, Chief Superintendent Kwesifori, rush to the scene but look on helplessly.
They are not your men.
I don't know those who came here.
Do you know the men on the ground?
This is something that we need to investigate. But I don't know those who came here. So because all my policemen are not marked. You can see from wherever.
So you know the men on the ground. You know your men on the ground.
I know the men on the ground.
And they are not marked.
And I can see them when I see them.
MP for Ningo Pram Pram, Sam George, is seen questioning the shooting incident. He is confronted for daring to face them, and he gets his first slap. Listen and watch carefully as one of the men shouts, "This is the beginning of 2020. In the chaos, police reinforcement and military teams arrive, armed but unable to stop the violence. The masked men return to the school compound, finish up with more beatings before setting off. The voting center is deserted while officers try to secure the ballot box and voting materials. NDC National Chairman Samuel Ofosu-Ampofo rushes to the scene, meets the traumatized candidate, and announces NDC's decision to boycott the polls after a brief meeting to prevent the violence from escalating.
Today is a very sad day for democracy, and the NDC as a party cannot and will not be part of this exercise. Therefore, we are asked our agents to withdraw.
In less than an hour, more police couples arrive at the scene. It is obvious that the operation was planned on the blind side of some service commanders, as military officers in the pickups seemed blacked out and had no orders. News spreads fast on radio, on various online portals, TV, and of course, social media, attracting more officials to the scene. MPP General Secretary John Bwedu arrives and blames the NDC for orchestrating the violence.
You see, this is the impression that opponents want to create in order to scare people from coming to vote.
NDC hurriedly arranges news conference to restrain supporters who besiege the party headquarters, demanding directives to fight back. MPP reacts almost immediately, and this is how the Director of Communications and MP for Adenta, Yao Boabena Samwa, summarizes their position.
The NDC leadership has behaved recklessly, cowardly manner. They appear not to have been prepared for the election. This was an orchestrated attempt which has failed.
Statements condemning the violence begin to pour in. Codeo, security analysts, civil society groups, the UNDP are amongst the first. Former President John Dramani Mahama cuts short his campaign tour in the Volta region and dashes to Accra to meet victims on admission at a 37 military hospital. But before that, he sends a strong message to the MPP and President Akufo Addo.
And I'm sounding a warning to the MPP. We're going to match them boot for boot. We respect the constitution of this country. And NDC is a democratic party. And that's why we abide by the rules of the constitution. But the same constitution says that Ghanaians should resist anybody who attempts to subvert the constitution. And when you go rampaging with forces and intimidating people when they should come out and vote, you are subverting Ghana's constitution, and we have a right to resist you.
Codeo issues preliminary report citing one instance where a police officer is assaulted for questioning one of the NSC operatives at Roman Ridge polling station. EC reacts, insisting the election was very peaceful, free and fair. Election results are declared. Turnout very low, confirming the violent incident. 19.83% of the over 88,000 in the voters register participated. Calls for the head of the IGP, David Asante-Pietu, intensifies. The police administration issues a statement announcing immediate and thorough investigations. Minister of State in charge of national security at the office of the President, Brian Echampong, appears defiant and claims in an interview the men were from his outfit and acted on orders based on intelligence. Hear him speak on Accra-based City FM.
There were some uniformed and some plainclothes security operatives
It happens all the time.
So did this include people who were wearing masks?
Absolutely. You saw them there. They were not hiding.
Government's posture and that of EC provokes public anger. Officers in the Ghana Armed Forces and the police begin to leak photos and videos exposing identities of some of the secret NSC operatives and their bases. In the heat of the public discourse and brewing tension, President Akufo Addo jets off on an 8-day tour of South Africa, Ethiopia, and the US, where he will join a fundraising event in Washington, D.C. to build a national cathedral in Ghana. Thus, 3 days after the incident, and he fails to visit patients on admission. His absence attracts more criticisms. More than a week after the incident, no arrest has still been made. An updated police statement only says 12 people have been questioned, and these are all victims, including the assaulted MP, Sam George. For now, there's still uncertainty, and security analysts fear more violence in 2020. Political parties and some CSOs have, however, served notice through a demonstration, sending a strong signal to government. The police are yet to invite the National Security Minister, Brian Achampong, who is under pressure to resign or be sacked. A 3-member commission of inquiry chaired by former Shraj boss Francis Emil Short is now tasked to investigate the matter. Proceedings will be telecast live, but the opposition NDC has already served notice it does not trust the commission's work, citing possible bias and cover-ups. Refers to the former IGP and Akufo regime, Mr. Patrick Kwatine Champong and Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu as MPP apparatchiks. For now, Ghanaians will take a wait-and-see posturing as doubt lingers on, with fears heightening as the country approaches a much bigger election in 2020.
So this is Brian Achampong. He orchestrated the killings, and you saw him in the whole video. Now, after he did this, and President Akufo Addo told him, "BB, you have committed a crime. You have done what I want. So what is going to happen right now is just go under the carpet a little bit. And when it's time again to commit a lot of these crimes, I'll bring you back." So Akufo Addo catch and say, "Uncle Dean." Now, after this incident, I want to also say these people, they kill. Like Brian Achampong has been brought in now just to make sure, say, 2024, he does the same thing. Remember, Ayawa so and translating into 2020 elections, Techiman South and all around the nation. Because those were the same boys Brian Achampong, Tini Hotel Hall, Rock City World, he was pulling the strings for them to commit those crimes. The same boys they used in killing people at Ayawaso West, by Brian Achampong instructing them, he behind the scenes sent these same boys to Techiman South. That is why today, when you ask the police, the soldiers, who were the people who shot Ghanaians, they can't tell you, because these are all undercover murderers who work for the government. They use national security as cover. Now, right after Ayawaso West, so I'm showing you why Brian Achampong is back and why he never felt any rumors, how he never felt anything after he ordered these gangsters and murderers to kill Ghanaians at Ayawaso West Wagon, and also behind the scenes in 2020 instructed them to go ahead more and kill people at Techiman South. Now, after the whole Ayawaso incident, Nana Akufo Addo, when the commission finished their job, at the commission, they finished their job and they told the president in their document, that's the white paper, that Mr. President, this Brian Achampong should be jailed because he has committed a crime. This is what Akufo Addo said.
I have first of all to thank you, the members of the commission, the secretary, the council, and all of those associated, for agreeing to provide this service to the people of our country. The circumstances in which these unfortunate events occurred might have proved somewhat difficult for others, but you did not hesitate to accept the assignment And the work that you have done has been in the public domain. The whole country has seen the transparent nature of the proceedings. And we have all followed it, obviously, with great care and attention. I'm happy that at long last it's come to an end. The findings and the recommendations that have been made will, of course, be given the greatest possible attention by me and the members of my government. We have the responsibility of ensuring the maintenance of law and order in our country. And that responsibility is not one which can be abdicated on any occasion. So, to the extent that this commission can help us, its findings and recommendations can help us advance the cause of law and order in our country, welcome it. It will be the subject of close study. I'm not sure that in the circumstances of this commission, this is the commission that will call for the issuance of a white paper on our part, but we will look at all of these matters and will respond appropriately and accordingly. But in the meantime, I think that my duty is to thank you on behalf of the people of the nation of Ghana for the work that you have done and for agreeing to undertake this very sensitive and important assignment. Hopefully, the recommendations and findings will help us on the road to ridding our nation of this canker of electoral, politically related violence that has unfortunately become part of the culture of our politics. It's regrettable that that should be.
I don't know whether he's speaking English or he's sneezing or he's spitting through his nose or his mouth. I don't know. But basically what I was trying to say, he said they were going to take action. After the commission finished its job and gave every single recommendation to him to take action as the president, because he instructed Brian Achampong to go commit the murder and the crime, he threw the white papers away. He threw the recommendations from the commission. Till date, Akufo Addo did not take in action. Right after he told Brian Achampong to go underground. Because Ghanaians are talking too much. Brian Achampong, Ikunipa, Brian Achampong, boys, and Okasa Brian Achampong should just take a leave. Into Brian Achampong, but he was working behind the scenes with these same murderers, and then they came in 2020 to kill people at Techiman South. And Nitina Bucha said, who came there as policemen and soldiers to shoot? Till date, the police service, the IGP, the Ghana military, they have not been able to respond to that because they are a special force prepared by Brian Achampong and Akufo Addo to kill during elections. Now you're less than 2 years to elections until he needs Brian Achampong back. Now Brian Achampong and the Sobe Greek minister. No, after the commission report was thrown away, the recommendation was thrown away by the president. Brian Achampong went on radio to go and boast that say Mr. Kandapana ne but ono cry on your dirty job say. Nanke onwa anka job no be cleaner than this. He boasted after he ordered people to be maimed. And this is Brian Achampong.
Security is mentioned. Listen, I'm a young guy. I'm a young guy. I'm very much trained in this business of intelligence and security. I'm highly experienced in this business of intelligence and security, both in education and practical field training. And therefore, it is very easy for me to understand issues and explain it in a way that the operatives will understand, the agents will understand, and I can also, I'm a politician, so I can also break it down for the public to understand. So maybe that kind of active mind puts me in the fore. And therefore, every so often when national security is mentioned. And also, I mean, it is also very true that when you want things done, you call, when you want things done well, you call Brian. It's not about
what you call Brian boss. I mean, I won't friend Brian boss now.
I'm saying, Obiawono, he's a fine pair of hands. My boss, Honorable Kandapa, is a very fine pair of hands. you know, but Obia on a scale, Obia on a specialty.
Okay.
You know, but I am known for say, now we have the good resources. Somebody you call.
Then you agree, sir. Anything that now organized, no, not appointed towards you, sir. If this kind of operation costs what, they are sure that the person who will be leading them and then
if there were any gaps in the delivery or in the execution of Ayawaso West Hong, that will even tell you that it wasn't that day, it wasn't under my dress.
Now,
because I would have been a little bit more classic than this. It would have been a little bit more classic than this. My delivery is very fine. My delivery is fine. I mean, if I was there on that day supervising this thing, you can be sure that these gaps that we have, that is being pointed about everybody.
No trace.
Maybe. I'm not saying no trace.
Obia Oye NDC Nikasha said, Obia NDC Nikasha said, Honorable Brian.
You see, this is the party you people are jumping around. It's a young man. He's happy to commit that crime for an 86-year-old man. He's happy. Obianko try to the hotel in the Rock City, no. Obianko jan to mu. Onrankasa nam Obianbo ni tuo, Obianbo ni yiri tuo da. Obianbo ni yiri neba tuo da. So he feels that he has done something. It could have been classic. It could have been classy. So he laughs about it. He makes it look like you Ghana for no. Yeah, MPP for. You see how it is. You see the pain in this. Into a man koteteya do you cyber be minister of the agric. So now people in Ghana, you see our pain, young people like us. Sam Kwasiadi where Brian Champon, yeah, also on over US military, no. Ask him, sir, can he do that in the United States? He keeps boasting. I have been to the US military. So no Simo. So now he boasts of it. But Busa Brian Champon said the United States Army that he said trained him. No, can he do that in the United States? On to me because Ghana ye Jimmy. Because Brian Champon be antani tuosha and some boni trimuto. So who be say power he can use it to do anything. And he goes back, he lays low, he laughs about the killings, and he's been given another position to come because the election is coming. We need people who can kill, people who can stand behind the scenes and use men to kill men in the same country. Now, when you read Brian Champon's resume, I say Ombeyemo, a Greek minister. You people, you have no idea what is coming, eh? He was born on 27 November 1972 in Suhum in eastern region of Ghana, Achimini. Brian hails from Nkwatia in the Ko East district of Ghana. He had his basic school at Achimota Primary School and continued to the Presby Boys Senior High School, which is Legon, Persek, where I also went. He graduated from the Johnson and Wales University in the USA with a bachelor degree and an MBA in business administration. He holds a PhD in information system at the University of Ghana. He has a certificate from Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He also has a PhD or an HP accredited sales professional from the HP University. So where does he fit to be the agric minister? What makes this idiot? What qualifies him to take that portfolio? It is because he has done something that Akufo Addo is pleased with. He has done something that Akufo Addo could not leave the Jubilee House to do himself. He has done something that it makes the MPP grassroots and the MPs in parliament happy. Why? Because it wasn't their kids. Why? Because it wasn't their wives. Why? Because it wasn't them. It wasn't their family members. Why? Because it was the NDC. All these things you are seeing here as resume. Nina nonfa. And so when Nebabe Lidimo, our agric ministry, so obe change Ghana economy. You see where we are. The same university he went is the same university Monaguchi went to take a certificate. Me say yakasi ye digging kofu ya ubo some more Jimmy. Monaguchi University or koya so kwaji a degree. And while a brand champ so on so koye. We will come to those things very later. You just relax. We will deal with those matters. Now another person who has been given an appointment, and I say a designate minister, he is going to be the deputy to Katie Hammond. Sticker. Ishayeso MP. I didn't just say mfa. Just a baby yeduno a Jimmy for the DSO. How can this guy be a minister? He can be a minister because the more you exhibit foolishness to support Akufo Addo's criminality, stupidity, ignorance, corruption, you are highly qualified to be a minister in this foolish Nkrantie People's Party government. That is why today's sticker has been chosen by the fool to be a minister. This is the deputy minister who is coming to change Ghana's destiny.
Adwina ye adwina ye ti ye ya utum sa kwa wo nwini bi. Adwina ye ti ye ya utum sa kwa wo nwini bi. Adwina ye ti ye ya utum sa kwa wo nwini.
Just say Nkrantie People's Party, we have the men, we have the men, we have the men. Ye nyina ko sala ise mwa 2016 kotuma omo asati queen. These are the men. These are the men na. Oma kachre, we have the men, we have the men, we have the men. We mu de omo no metuma sesa Ghana shebre, omo nim nyansa. We mu de omo ye nipa bi a chese ye nya omo a ye ntumi enye de ye ntumi enko enim NDC fo ejimi omo ye ntafo omo ye awonafo. The men omo nie.
School day been see that 75% completion. Ewo Kumasi a ena akure pese osua sunitwa osua ha yesi even Chinese movie kura na ebe yibi enkura be hu e friend Ghana Chinese hwia utin say omusua ho ade anim de enkura be hu e friend Ghana Chinese hwia utin say omusua ho ade anim de Kumasi ye ni nyina aba we be otimi ye bi da enkura be hu e friend Ghana Chinese hwia utin say omusua ho ade anim de Kumasi ye ni nyina enkura be hu e friend Ghana Chinese hwia utin say omusua ho ade anim de Kumasi ye ni nyina enkura be hu e friend Ghana Chinese hwia utin say omusua ho ade anim de Kumasi ye ni nyina aba we be otimi ye bi da aba omu ye social democrat ehia fo nhye bia o ma implemented da enkura be hu e friend Ghana Chinese hwia utin say omusua ho ade anim de Kumasi ye ni nyina aba we be otimi ye bi da enkura be hu e friend Ghana Chinese hwia utin say omusua ho ade anim de Kumasi ye ni nyina aba we be otimi ye bi da aba omu ye social democrat ehia fo nhye
we na yemu deputy trade minister obeshe Katie Hammond the deputy Katie Hammond no we Jimmy and the deputy Jimmy. Jack, Mumianya Butro, share. Do sometime, Mama, Ashantehene Jimmy. Mama, MPP Fontier and Kwasiafo. Ketia Monanka say Jimmy. Dinabedi a cherries where Jimmy Channel. It's Mwanka say Hina Moko. Momianja Stika resume to be the deputy trades minister. Stika, the resume ni. Stephen Amwa was born on 27 March 1970. He hails from Kronom Afrancho in the Ashanti region of Ghana. He completed Opokuwari School, Kumasi. He holds a Master of Science degree in Strategic Finance Management from University of Derby, United Kingdom, in 2017. He also had his Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, Ghana. He also has a certificate in entrepreneurship from MIT. He also holds a PhD in actuarial science from KNUST. So technically, if you want to critically look at Stika comes a tiny bit close to the ministry he has been sent to. But the question here is, between Stika and Katie Yamo, one enemy answer will be to my conducting a minister. Stika and Katie Yamo, one Jimmy Pa. It's going to be very difficult for you to even give me an answer. Because some people say, Stikani KTM one Jimmy Pa, and then maybe a phone line say Stikani KTM one Jimmy Pa, a bad thing for people to even answer because you're Jimmy, twins. So you see where we are as a nation right now. Why we keep saying, we just don't do these things because they keep doing this because almost say Jimmy. And this is where we are. Ochina, you did the rest of the beba near to us.